one last moment this year. I stand still, letting the air settle, letting my heart listen. I think of the miles I've quietly crossed, of lessons I kept, and moments that shaped me. One last moment this year. I face what has been, the choices I carry, the paths I walked in. I've learned how strength can soften its tone, how resting in place can feel like coming home. Some dreams grew distant, some stayed close by, some truths appeared when the time felt right. One last moment this year, I breathe it in slow, the weight and the warmth of all that I know. I've lived through seasons both heavy and light, and held myself steady from morning to night. The mirror reflects a calmer face, lines that speak quietly of time and grace. One last moment this year, I let it remain as part of my life. Not a loss, not a gain. I set this year gently where it belongs, inside my story, inside my song. I moved through days without a man. Some roads were wide, some pulled me back. I didn't always see the end, I only knew to take the stairs. The ground felt different every mile. Some walked with ease, some stayed a while. I learned to trust the pace I made, and walk the time it asked to take. Every step counted, even the ones that slowed me down. Every step mattered in ways I only see now. I paused when weight was in my chest, then moved again with quieter breath. I didn't hurry past the ache, I stayed until it eased its shade. Some paths were walked in fading light, some held me through the longest nights. I kept my balance, lost, regained, and stood back up to walk again. Every step counts, turn, each weight, each bend, every step mattered. From where I stood to where I am, I followed signs I barely felt, a steady pull I couldn't tell. It led me through the years I hold, still finding ground beneath my soul. Now as the year begins to close, I see the line my walking wrote, not drawn in haste, not made to race, just steps that stay, just steps that stay. Every step counted, nothing was carried without weight. Every step mattered in shaping who I am today. There were days that asked for more than I felt ready to give. Moments I stood at the door, wondering how to live. The nights grew long and thin, thoughts came and went like rain. Still something kept me in, still something called my name. Thank you for not giving up when the road felt hard to see. Thank you for staying with the quieter part of me. I felt the pull to turn away, to let the hours fade. Yet I remained, I chose to stay with every choice I made. Some strength arrived so slow, I barely felt it there. But step by step it grew, through patience and repair. Thank you for not giving up on days that bent my will. Thank you for holding on when everything stood still. I learned the sound of waiting, the weight of standing true. I learned that staying present was something I could do. Now as the year steps back and leaves me where I am, I see the courage it took to keep both feet on land. Thank you for not giving up, for all the ways you stayed. This life is here because you met each fragile day. As this year closes, I sit with a quiet. The noise has faded. What remains feels private. I've walked through morning I didn't expect, and evenings that ask for more than I had left. As this year closes, I don't rush the view. I let the memories come, the old and the new. I've seen plans loosen and change their shape. I've learned how to wait and how to stay. Some faces drifted, some stayed near, some words still echo year after year. As this year closes, I soften my hold on things I once carried too tightly, too close. I've earned this stillness, this steadier ground. I know who I am when no one's around. The days taught patience, the nights taught grace. Time left its lines on my hands, on my face. As this year closes, I don't need more. I honor the life I've already known. Tomorrow will open in its own way. Tonight I remain as this year closes. A quiet smile at year's end. I look around, the rush has faded, the noise dies down. I see the rooms I've lived my days in, the light that stayed, the love that came in. A quiet smile at year's end. No need to say what mattered most found its own way. I've learned how joy can walk in slow, not in loud moments, but what we know. Some hopes arrive, some change their form, some stayed gentle and kept me warm. A quiet smile at year's end, I rest my heart in all the ways I played my part. I've given time, I've learned to wait. I've seen how patience can soften fate. Shows a kind of face less need to prove, more ease, more grace, a quiet smile at year's end, I let it stay. This simple peace I've earned my way. Tomorrow when it's time, tonight I breathe a quiet smile, a quiet smile. Where the light lingers, I stay a while. The day exhales into a softer mile. I notice corners I once passed by, shadows easing as hours slide. Where the light lingers, I hear my name in ordinary moments that quietly remain. I've learned how time can warm its tone, how meaning grows when left alone. Some plans loosen, some held fast, some truths arrive unannounced at last. Where the light lingers, I breathe it in, this steady calm I'm settling in. Letting go gently where I can. The mirror keeps a kind of view, lines that know what living do. Where the light lingers, I leave it there, a quiet glow I'm glad to share. Tomorrow waits beyond tonight, just right here, where the light lingers. Holding the last days, I slow my pace. The calendar thins and softens its face. I gather the hours that shape my year. Some ask for courage, some stayed unclear. Holding the last days, I listen again to moments that passed without asking when. I've learned how time can settle the mind, how meaning appears when I'm not in a line. Some worries loosened, some stayed near, some answers waited until now, right here. Holding the last days, I rest my hands on all that I've lived, on what still stands. I've walked through changes, both sharp and slow, and kept my balance more than I know. The mirror reflects a gentler gaze, lines that remember so many days. Holding the last days, I keep them close, not to hold on tight, but to honor their way. Tomorrow will come with its own ways. Tonight I remain, holding the last day. What the year left me, I hold it gently, not in my hands, but somewhere in me. I've seen days open and quietly close. Some stayed with me, some I let go. What the year left me was not a list, but moments I felt and learned to accept. I learned how time can teach without sound, how meaning appears when life slows down. Some questions faded, some stayed near, some answers came as the is a steadier heart, less need to hurry, a clearer start. I've lived through changes, both small and wide, and stayed with myself all the while. The mirror shows a calmer face, not without lines but full of grace. What the year left me, I carry on, not as regret, but as what's grown. Tomorrow will come in its own time. Tonight I rest with what is mine. Still here at years and I take my seat, letting the evening come to me. The long days rest at my side. I sit in the moment at ease with myself. Still here at years and I feel the ground, all that I've stood on, all that I've found. I've learned how time can ease its hand, how life unfolds when we understand. Some dreams shifted, some stayed true, some found their place without my cue. Still here at year's end, I hold the calm that grew inside through right and wrong. I've walked through changes, seen seasons turn, and kept the lessons I needed to learn. The mirror meets me without demand, just who I am, just where I stand. Still here at year's end, I let it show this quiet strength I've come to know. Tomorrow waits beyond my view. Tonight I stay, still here, still true. What stayed with me as the year turned slow were not the loud days, but what I know. I remember evenings, soft and plain, moments that ask for nothing again. What stayed with me were simple hours shared words, unspoken powers. I've learned how meaning doesn't rush, how quiet truths move gentle, not much. Some plans faded, some remain, some paths changed without a name. What stayed with me was a steadier tone, a way of standing on my own. I've walked through seasons, both fast and slow, and kept the parts I needed to know. The mirror shows a settled face, time written softly in its place. What stayed with me, I don't explain. It lives in the calm I've learned to gain. Tomorrow will come in its own way. Tonight I rest with what stayed. Where this here rests, I sit down slowly. The days behind me no longer ask me. I look at the road that carried my name, through weathered seasons, through joy and strain. Where this here rests, I let it stay, not pushing it forward and not pull away. I've learned how time can soften its sound, how answer arrive without being found. Some hopes grew quiet, some stayed close by. Till the right time. Where this year rests, I breathe it in. The life I have lived, the person I've been. I've walked through loss and learned to remain. I've carried love through change and pain. The mirror reflects a steadier face, lines that speak of patience and grace. here. I slow my steps, I sit with the days I have already kept. Some answers came late, some never appeared. Still time moved gently and brought me here. At the end of this year, I look without fear at moments I lost and moments held dear. I've learned how silence can speak its own truth, how patience grows stronger long after you. Certain roads faded, others stayed near. I followed what felt right year after year. At the end of this year, I rest in my name, no longer in a hurry, no longer the same. That I carry has softened its tone. What mattered most has slowly been shown. I don't need the answers laid out in clear lines. I trust what unfolded in its own time. At the end of this year, I gather what's true, the life that I live, the strength that I grew. I leave this year quietly, with gratitude near, still standing, still steady. At the end of this year, decides tonight I remain before it slips away. One last moment this year, I stand still, letting the air settle, letting my heart listen. I think of the miles I've quietly crossed, of lessons I kept, and moments that shape me. One last moment this year, I face what has been, the choices I carry, the paths I walked in. I've learned how strength can soften its tone, how resting in place can feel like coming home. Some dreams grew distant, some stayed close by, some truths appeared when the time felt right. One last moment this year, I breathe it in slow, the weight and the warmth of all that I know. I've lived through seasons both heavy and light, and held myself steady from morning to night. The mirror reflects a calmer face, lines that speak quietly of time and grace. One last moment this year, I let it remain as part of my life. Not a loss, not a gain. I set this year gently where it belongs, inside my story, inside my song. I moved through days without a man. Some roads were wide, some pulled me back. I didn't always see the end, I only knew to take the step. The ground felt different every mile. Some walked with ease, some stayed a while. I learned to trust the pace I made, and walk the time it has to take. Every step counted, even the ones that slowed me down. Every step mattered in ways I only see now. I paused when weight was in my chest, then moved again with quieter breath. I didn't hurry past the ache, I stayed until it eased its shade. Some paths were walked in fading light. Some held me through the longest nights. I kept my balance, lost, regained, and stood back up to walk again. Every step counted, each turn, each weight, each bend. Every step mattered, from where I stood to where I am. I followed signs I barely felt, a steady pull I couldn't tell. It led me through the years I hold, still finding ground beneath my soul. Now as the year begins to close, I see the line my walking road, not drawn in haste, not made to race, just steps that stay, just steps that stay. Every step counted, nothing was carried without weight. Every step mattered in shaping who I am today. There were days that asked for more than I felt ready to give. Moments I stood at the door, wondering how to live. The nights grew long and thin, thoughts came and went like rain. Still something kept me in, still something called my name. Thank you for not giving up when the road felt hard to see. Thank you for staying with the quieter part of me. I felt the pull to turn away, to let the hours fade. Yet I remained, I chose to stay. With every choice I made, some strength arrived so slow I barely felt it there. But step by step it grew, through patience and repair. Thank you for not giving up on days that bent my will. Thank you for holding on when everything stood still. I learned the sound of waiting, the weight of standing true. I learned that staying present was something I could do. Now as the year steps back and leaves me where I am, I see the courage it took to keep both feet on land. this year closes, I sit with a quiet. The noise has faded. What remains feels private. I've walked through morning I didn't expect, and evenings that ask for more than I had left. As this year closes, I don't rush the view. I let the memories come, the old and the new. I've seen plans loosen and change their shape. I've learned how to wait and how to stay. Some faces drifted, some stayed near, some words still echo year after year. As this year closes, I soften my hold on things I once carried too tightly, too close. I've earned this stillness, this steadier ground. I know who I am when no one's around. The days taught patience, the nights taught grace. Time left its lines on my hands, on my face. As this year closes, I don't need more. I honor the life I've already known. Tomorrow will open in its own way. Tonight I remain as this year closes. A quiet smile at year's end. I look around, the rush has faded, the noise dies down. I see the rooms I've lived my days in, the light that stayed, the love that came in. A quiet smile at year's end. No need to say what mattered most found its own way. I've learned how joy can walk in slow, not in loud moments, but what we know thoughts arrive, some change their form, some stayed gentle and kept me warm. A quiet smile at year's end, I rest my heart in all the ways I played my part. I've given time, I've learned to wait. I've seen how patience can soften fate. Less need to prove, more ease, more grace. A quiet smile at year's end, I let it stay. This simple peace I've earned my way. Tomorrow opens when it's time. Tonight I breathe a quiet smile, a quiet smile. Where the light lingers, I stay a while. The day exhales into a softer mile. I notice corners I once passed by, shadows easing as hours slide. Where the light lingers, I hear my name in ordinary moments that quietly remain. I've learned how time can warm its tone, how meaning grows when left alone. Some plans loosen, some held fast. Some truths arrive unannounced at last. Where the light lingers, I breathe it in. This steady calm, I'm settling in. Letting go gently where I can. The mirror keeps a kinder view, lines that know what living do. Where the light lingers, I leave it there, a quiet glow I'm glad to share. Tomorrow waits beyond tonight. and softens its fate. I gather the hours that shape my year. Some ask for courage, some stayed unclear. Holding the last days, I listen again to moments that passed without asking when. I've learned how time can settle the mind, how meaning appears when I'm not in a line. Some worries loosen, some stayed near, some answers waited until now, right here. Holding the last days, I rest my hands on all that I've lived, on what still stands. I've walked through changes, both sharp and slow, and kept my balance more than I know. The mirror reflects a gentler gaze, lines that remember so many days. Holding the last days, I keep them close, not to hold on tight, but to honor their way. Tomorrow will come with its own ways. Tonight I remain, holding the last day. What the year left me, I hold it gently, not in my hands, but somewhere in me. I've seen days open and quietly close. Some stayed with me, some I let go. What the year left me was not a list, but moments I felt and learned to accept. I learned how time can teach without sound, how meaning appears when life slows down. Some questions faded, some stayed near, some answers came as the end drew clear. What the year left me is a steadier heart, less need to hurry, a clearer start. I've lived through changes, both small and wide, and stayed with myself all the while. The mirror shows a calmer face, not without lines, but full of grace. What the year left me I carry on, not as regret, but as what's grown. Tomorrow will come in its own time. Tonight I rest with what is mine. Still here at years and I take my seat, letting the evening come to me. The long day's rest at my side. I sit in the moment at ease with myself. Still here at years and I feel the ground, all that I've stood on, all that I've found. I've learned how time can ease its hand, how life unfolds when we understand. Some dreams shifted, some stayed true, some found their place without my cue. Still here at year's end, I hold the calm that grew inside through right and wrong. I've walked through changes, seen seasons turn, and kept the lessons I needed to learn. The mirror meets me without demand, just who I am, just where I stand. Still here at year's end, I let it show. This quiet strength I've come to know. Tomorrow waits beyond my view. Tonight I stay, still here, still true. What stayed with me as the year turned slow were not the loud days, but what I know. I remember evenings, soft and plain, moments that ask for nothing again. What stayed with me were simple hours, shared words, unspoken powers. I've learned how meaning doesn't rush, how quiet truths move gentle, not much. Some plans faded, some remain. Some paths changed without a name. What stayed with me was a steadier tone, of standing on my own. I've walked through seasons, both fast and slow, and kept the parts I needed to know. The mirror shows a settled face, time written softly in its place. What stayed with me, I don't explain. It lives in the calm I've learned to gain. Tomorrow will come in its own way. Tonight I rest with what stayed. Where this year rests, I sit down slowly. The days behind me no longer ask me. I look at the road that carried my name, through weathered seasons, through joy and strain. Where this year rests, I let it stay, not pushing it forward, not pull away. I've learned how time can soften its sound, how answer arrives without being found. Some hopes grew quiet, some stayed close by. Till the right time. Where this year rests, I breathe it in. The life I have lived, the person I've been. I've walked through loss and learned to remain. I've carried love through change and pain. The mirror reflects a steadier face, lines that speak of patience and grace. Where slow my steps, I sit with the days I have already kept. Some answers came late, some never appeared. Still time moved gently and brought me here. At the end of this year, I look without fear at moments I lost and moments held dear. I've learned how silence can speak its own truth, how patience grows stronger long after you. Certain roads faded, others stayed near. I followed what felt right year after year. At the end of this year, I rest in my name, no longer in a hurry, no longer the same. That I carry has softened its tone. What mattered most has slowly been shown. I don't need the answers laid out in clear lines. I trust what unfolded in its own time. At the end of this year, I gather what's true, the life that I live, the strength that I grew. I leave this year quietly, with gratitude near, still standing, still steady. At the end of this year, slips away, I slow my hands, letting the moment settle where I stand. I look at the light across familiar rooms, the kind that lingers late afternoon before it slips away. Quiet between where thoughts soften. I've learned how time can loosen its grip, how days reveal what truly fits. Some hopes grew gentler, some found their hair place, some truths arrived before it slips away.